Hello my friends, I welcome you all to the Creative Thinkers Hub channel. Today we are going to be learning that how we could make these kind of decorative items. Saying that, now let us see that how we can do the part 1 of our decorative channel. Now for that this is the kind of designing that you will be able to do once you kind of are able to make this kind of output. So let's zoom in into this area, create a rectangle, a square, a perfect square, press Ctrl and make that 11 by 11. Okay, once that is over, zoom in into it and make sure that when you are drawing your guidelines, see now this is not happening. You have to make sure that your snap to objects and snap to guidelines is on. Okay, now once that is done, you have completed all your, then you convert this particular thing to curves. Once that is done, we take this, as this is 11, we make this nudging also by 11. Okay, then take a guideline and nudge it to the other side by 11. Then once you have converted this to curves, select these two lines and convert them to curves and move this by pressing the Control key. Once done, okay, you will now be able to move this. So we take one more guideline, press Control and press right. Then take this guideline, put it here and press Control and press it again here. Now why do we press Control? Because it will be half. That's how your curve is complete. Now what we do is that we select it and give it a color. Now let's say that we want to give it a deep red color. So the red will not work. To make it deep, we need to add 35% cyan and 50% black. Now you need to take the arrow and put it exactly the half of the line. So saying that we come there and now we come here. So wherever intersection is written now, you have to come till that point on both the sides. Once that is done, you should get this brownish color. Now use the interactive tool and at a particular angle, no, let's keep it straight. Okay, we put this way. So we follow the grid because you just snap to guidelines, it will come perfectly. Now here also use the same color, that is 35, 100, 100 and 50. Once done, it's fully, it will become single color again. Now click on fountain fill, move this a little bit and then what you do, this thing we need it now to curve in this direction. Once that is done, you come to 20 and click here and put this at 0, 75, 75 and 0. Now why we are doing this? Because we need a shine there. See, you can see there's a shine that comes in. Now again, as we did at 20, exactly at the reverse direction, that is 80. We put another one with the same figures, that is 0, 75, 75 and 0 and say enter, right? So this is where our shine is coming in. Now because at certain parts it is going to leave a blackish brownish effect. Okay, so let's say at 40 we have that and at that place we put the color of 30, 100, 100. Now 100 is compulsory because of the color. So let that be. And again at 60, we add a slightly lighter color because the shine is coming from down. So the down part will be a little more shiny. So we leave that slightly lesser, 20, 100, 100 and let this be 10. Fine. So this is how your shine will come, right? So now the rounded effect is coming with the shine. Okay. So this is where the top part of our ribbon is made. Now what we do, we zoom in and just check if everything is right, because now we have to make copies. Oh, so this was out, right? Similarly, I think even the lower part might be out. Let's just check. Great. So now we are done, right? This is perfect. Now what we do, we copy paste this, paste it and flip it and put it that way. Okay. Now once that is done, we control page down it, because now we have to see the effects on this. Now as this is the behind part, you have to make sure that all the light effects are out. It has to be dark. So remove all of our light colors. So this is gone. This will also go from the opposite end. And because it has a curve from the bottom part, we are going to push all of them more towards the bottom area. Okay. So that's how this is going to look. It's a little, okay. Let's do one thing. Let's, yeah, move it a little bit so we can see. And yeah, this looks better. Okay. So let the darker color, that is the 30 cyan and all that, not the darker color be there, and 20 and 10 be in the front. So we get a right shine. And now this is fine. Let's see, rotate it a little and see. Let's rotate it. Yes, see, now we are getting that flow from the other end also. Okay, so this particular thing, adjust it a little and I think it's done. Okay, once that is completed, now what we do is that now we are going to create our ribbon bands. So we copy paste this, and with our 11 point, we press Ctrl and we nudge it. So it's gone exactly at 5.5. Make this 10. Okay, well, why making it 10? You will see. So when you select this node, the lower node, and nudge it, it will be perfectly 0.25 now. So give this color, give it black, and don't just put the transparency and use overlay. That's it. You see this? Now you're getting the shine in the ribbon. Move it over here, copy and paste it, and use it here. If you want a darker color, leave two of them on top of each other. Okay. So that's how you can get it. Group them and center align them so that it's throughout. Now what we do is that copy paste them, flip them, and CE and shift page down, control page down, sorry. Control page down once, twice, and it's behind the top part. Now our band is complete. Now we copy paste it and we put it right again at the node, because we started from there, right? And again shift page down on this, so it's gone behind. Okay, so this, our whole ribbon is complete. Now what we are going to be doing is that now we create the end of the ribbon. So to create the end of the ribbon, we take this last one, copy paste it and put it right at the end here. Again, you catch the node and do it. See, now my friends, if you realize, we are working totally in calculation. Everything is 10, 11, so the more you work with calculation, the better outputs you'll get. Now add a node here, just randomly add something in the middle. Okay, come here and now we put it down by 2 mm. Click on the same guideline and push it down and take that node and just pull it down here. Okay, now if you realize these lines are all straight, okay, what we need to do is keep this slightly down. It should be somewhere around 0.5 to 0.75 down. Convert this to curves and raise this high. Okay, and adjust this a little bit and we are done. Now what you do is that the other end is supposed to be flying high. Okay, so in that scenario, we copy paste this. Now why we are doing it, you will realize. We take the node of the behind one and raise it. See, now when you raise it on top, okay, you will realize when you put this at the base again, you will realize it's going out. So take that node and adjust it to the ribbon structure. The ribbon structure is important. Okay, so that's why we had copy pasted the behind one. Once it's done, give this the curve that you require to make it look like it's flying in the air, and delete the other one and adjust this one too. This is done. Okay, we adjust this slightly. Okay, and same we do with the other line, the overlay line, and we are done. Fine. So this is complete. Now let's measure it with what our main product is. So we select it and we come here. Now if you see, my friends, they look exactly the same, right? So that's how we do our particular designing and calculation. Now let's make the star shine. Okay, so leave the ribbon up there, take a black box, take a rectangle, zoom in into that area again. Okay, take an oval, just a random oval, and make the box black and this white. Now why we are doing this? Because we need a shine. That shine will only come if something has a dark background, right? So we give this a size, let's say 2 by 1. Okay, we'll have to unlock this and we give it 1 and we put it down. Fine. Got it? No, let's do one thing. Let's make it 3 by 5. So even if you have to delete something, it's welcome. I mean, it's not very difficult. And this, because it is this 3, we make this 2.75. Okay, done. Good. So our product will move in the y-axis by 2.75. Copy paste this and put it at 2.9. So it's slightly smaller than the first one. And keep pressing Ctrl D. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, we'll stop here. We need to make more, but we'll stop here because our band is getting over. Fine. Once that is done, now why the gap increasing? Because the size is reducing. Okay, so we select all of them and we give them a 50% transparency. Done. And this we keep it at 0.2. Yeah, because this will keep coming lower now. So we put this at 1 point, press shift, zoom in into this area, press shift and click and come down by 1 point. Now come to this one, 2 points, 2 points, 3. Okay, and then 3 again here. Now 4, again 4 here. Now 5, now 5 again, now 7, now 6. So that way you keep coming up and down. So this will go from let's say 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As the point keeps getting smaller, it is going to keep reducing in size, and that's what you need to adjust. Okay. Now once we are done, we duplicate this 1.3, we make it 1.2 and duplicate again till we make around about 22, 23 of them. Okay. Now there's a reason why we are going to make so many, and you will see why. Adjust these. Now my friend, I know my tick snapping and it's going to come out right. Okay. So I'm not doing this, but what if supposing you are not sure? So at that point of time, we can also work with an align and distribute. Okay. Then now if you see, I'm reducing this by 80, then this will become 75 and we are reducing it by 5. Now what happens in this is we started with 95 and we'll end with 100. Okay. So we keep reducing the opacity by 5, 5, 5. So 65, now 60, 50, 45, 35 and so on and so forth until it becomes 100. So now these last two we delete. Okay. Once we have done deleting this, and this is our whole complete structure. So it's got around about 22 of these lines. We copy, paste it and flip it and just put it down at the quadrant and push it down by around about 5 to 6 nudges, that is 5 to 6 1 centimeter approximately. Group them and copy paste them and rotate them to 90 degrees. Now these again you select, okay, come to 2 page, increase the size of a rectangle because we want to see how this is rotating and how it's done. Group it, okay, come in again, copy, paste it and rotate it by 45 degrees. And what we do, we make it small. So now this we make it at 75. Okay, so that's where the bigger shine and the smaller shine, both the shines are taken care of. Now we take a circle. By pressing Ctrl, we make a perfect circle from the ellipse tool. Make it white with no outline. Keep it exactly in the center. Okay, select this and CE. Okay, perfectly in the center, and we blur and Gaussian blur. So we give it a blur effect. Okay, now in this we adjust a blur and we then later on copy paste it and adjust our blur all over again. Now what we do is that we reduce the size of this, play with it a little more so that our output comes the same. Okay, so you'll have to keep getting into the blur, Gaussian blur, reducing, increasing and work with the blur effect till you get the right output. Okay, now this is what we are working on, black color. Fine, we are done. Now what we do, we take this, copy paste it and put it here and we zoom in. See, now we realize this is far too big, so we have to reduce the size. Okay, but see, on black that shine was coming perfectly fine, but when it comes to the red object, okay, that shine is not enough. So what we need to do, we need to ungroup our object all over again, zoom in, ungroup our object. Okay, so the glow of the circles is kind of faded out totally. So the glow of the circles is kind of faded out totally. So in that scenario, now we are going to be looking and adjusting this too till we get our desired glow. And once it is done, you reduce the size and then you see it's perfectly the same. So my friends, if you like this video, please like, subscribe and do not forget to share, and make sure that you tune in for the next video because there we are going to be seeing how to make a medallion. Thank you.